Welcome back to Keep Buggering On. Fair warning, everything you're about to hear is true, and none of it is going to make you feel any better about humanity.
A French officer hands an American captain a note, a one-liner that read, "Retreat?"
The captain reads it once, doesn't blink. Retreat? Hell, we just got here.
9 days later, he's dead. The line outlived him by 100 years plus and counting.
June 1918, Belleau Wood, just outside of Chateau Thierry, France. The Germans are 50 miles from Paris and pushing hard. This is the last big gamble of their spring offensive, and the French army in front of them is buckling. Columns are retreating so fast it looks like the whole front is dissolving.
And right in the middle of that mess, a brigade of American Marines shows up. Green, untested, haven't fired a shot in the war yet.
A French officer sees them, sees these brand new Marines standing there like they're waiting for a roll call, and does the same thing. He tells them, fall back with everyone else.
Spoken warning, scribbled note, accounts differ, but it lands on Captain Lloyd Williams, commanding the 51st Company, 2nd Battalion, 5th Marines.
And Williams gives the most famous 6 words in Marine Corps history. Retreat? Hell, we just got here.
Hoorah! That's what I'm talking about.
Now, full accuracy, because that's the whole deal here. This one's genuinely messier than it sounds. The Marine Corps' own history division credits the line to several officers that week, not just one man. Accounts don't even agree on how the order came in. Some say a French officer spoke it on the spot. Some say it was scribbled note. Some say a formal written command came down the chain. And Williams' own battalion commander, Major Frederick Weiss, later claimed he was the one who actually said it.
And it wasn't just talk. The Marines dug in right there and held. They spent the next 3 weeks clearing that wood yard by yard, tree by tree, and some of the ugliest close fighting of the entire war. The battalion that started it became the most decorated in Marine Corps history.
Williams didn't get to see any of that. He was gassed and hit by shrapnel a few days in. Reportedly told the medics, "Don't bother with me, take care of my good men." Died on the way out.
Which is the part that never makes it onto the coffee mug. The line is great. The man behind it is why it's still great 100 plus years later.
So here's where I tell on myself. First ever teaching gig. I decided to try substitute teaching. There's a site where you log in and claim open shifts. I click on one, thinking I'm just simply previewing it.
Thinking before acting has never been your strong suit.
True. This from the man who shot down every boat idea I've ever had. Docking, winterizing, way too much hassle.
That's called foresight.
That's called crushing my dreams. But sure, foresight.
Continue.
I hit the wrong key, and just like that, I've claimed it, signed, committed, and it's not some quiet elementary classroom. It's a high school just outside Boston, 3 city blocks, 2 bridges, its own bank, a police officer inside, just for scale.
I remember looking at you like you're gonna die in there.
Very supportive, very husband of you.
And I said it with love and outright fear for your safety.
And the thing is, we already knew, not in theory. We had our granddaughter, Adriana, living with us. Beautiful girl. Absolute menace to my nervous system.
She could have held Belleau Wood single-handed.
One afternoon, she gets off the bus early to stop at an Asian market with friends. Maybe for boba? I don't know. And she's not where she's supposed to be. I panic. I end up with an actual all-points bulletin out on this kid.
And where was she?
Walking across the green bridge, calm as anything.
Of course, it's a bridge. That town's got some bridges now.
She had no idea why I was upset. She was livid that I had been so unreasonable enough to call the police.
The nerve, worrying about her safety.
And then, just to give you another example of how difficult a simple middle schooler was, and I was going to go into high school. There was the morning I'm driving her to school on my way to work, and she refuses to get out of the car.
Ah, yes, the car exorcism.
Yes, I had to call my boss to tell her I'd be late. I told her I was waiting on the principal of the middle school to come out and perform an exorcism on my vehicle.
And she accepted that?
Yeah, she was one of the few people who ever fully understood my sense of humor or our situation.
So it's not like we didn't have the intel. We just hadn't applied it to a building with its own bridge.
But I'd already clicked the button. I was on the roster. And once you're standing in the doorway of that classroom with your name on the sub sheet, there's no version where you turn around and walk back out. You're Captain Williams with a coffee cup instead of a rifle. Retreat? Hell, you just got there.
And did you survive?
Oh, barely. 2 days in, there's an active shooter reported in the neighborhood. Do you remember that?
I do.
Full lockdown. And I didn't even know how to lock the classroom doors yet.
And you've been an employee for what, 48 hours?
Yes. So I'm standing there in a sweater, a skirt, boots, dressed for a first impression, not a crisis. And I end up bracing the door shut with my own body weight. And one of the girls looks at me and she asks, dead serious, "Ma'am, what are you going to do if someone tries to get in?"
And what did you say?
Without thinking, and none of this was bravery, I looked down at my boots and said, These are good boots. They'll hold."
Boots?
Boots. And that's the whole gap that this show is built on. You picture yourself delivering some steely line under pressure, and what actually comes out is a spontaneous opinion on your own footwear.
And you went back the next day?
I went back.
For the record, that day was real, and it was scary. And nobody's laughing at the situation. We're laughing at the boots.
Right? The situation was serious. My response was just very, very human.
And that's the bigger pattern. We built a whole culture around your sub-sheet moment, minus the stakes, click to accept, swipe to confirm, tap, I agree, on 40 pages you didn't read.
Gig apps, terms of service, group chats you get added to at 11 p.m. We've professionalized committing to things sight unseen.
But once you're in, most people don't bail. They stand in the room they didn't mean to walk into, and they finish the shift.
And that's not recklessness. That's showing up. The commitment doesn't care how you got there. Only once you do, once you're standing in it.
It's a lot like golf.
Oh, here we go.
I'm serious. You shank one into the woods on hole 4, and you're fully prepared to walk back to the cart and call it a day. Every fiber wants to retreat.
And yet,
you get back into the fairway, on the green, 3-putt, and move on to hole 5.
because you refuse to be the guy who quits at the turn. And then you spend the whole back 9 reminding everyone you didn't quit.
It's called resilience.
It's called an 18 handicap acting like Belleau Wood.
Retreat hell. We just got here. 2 hole 5.
I keep thinking about the difference between the note that told them to retreat and the ground they were actually standing on. The note was somebody else's read on the situation, written from somewhere safer. The ground was right there, under their boots, the whole time.
You don't have to be at Belleau Wood for that to be true. Half the time the answer isn't up ahead somewhere. It's right in front of you if you're willing to look at it straight.
And that is why this one earned its spot in the KBO Standard Supply lineup. We're the mindset. You know where to find it. KBO Standard Supply LLC.com.
Stores filling in piece by piece as these episodes drop. More on the way soon.
And just a quick note, KBO is not live yet. Give it a few weeks. We're working on it hard, and it will be open soon. We checked. It's real. Until next time, take care of yourself, my friend.